Hi, friends. I'm seeing a few people come in. How amazing. I know this is random, so I'm so grateful for anyone who's willing to just jump in and join. And so, hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know this is super random and this was super unplanned. This was something that I didn't tell you all about because my coach challenged me to just come online without a script. Okay. And so I am like doing my coach's challenge. So basically she's challenged a few of her peeps on like a list of things to do in order to get out of your shell. And like it's for growth purposes. And one of the challenge is to come on live, unedited and unscripted. And so I decided I'm going to share or do one of my Zen musings like this. So if anyone joins in, anyone joins in. But if you do not and you miss this live, it's all right because I am going to be posting this on YouTube. So don't worry about that. Okay. So whoever is here, they're just here. And I'm just thankful for your little time and presence to be here. So here's what I want to share with you. I think I'm just getting bitten by a mosquito. Anywho, here's what I want to share with you guys. Okay, there is this theory that I live by, my husband and I live by, and it's been like one of the things that has helped us go through certain situations that are so shitty, that's way out of our comfort zone. And you know those one of those days where you wake up and then like there is like one shitty thing and then followed by another shitty thing, and then you're trying to fix that shitty thing, and then another shitty thing, and it's actually on a roll that once in a while it comes and you're just like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? And it's not even the entire day, right? Sometimes you just wake up and you have had a wonderful, great day, and there's this one crappy thing and you're just like, oh, why? Sometimes you don't even understand why it's happening, and you're just like, I don't deserve this, I don't need this shit, and you get into that spiral of just like, why, what the fuck is going on? It's like a whole day feeling like crap. So this theory helps me and my husband a lot, and I will share with you the story as well, but it's called Divine Detour Theory, okay? This divine detour is basically whether you believe in this woo-woo world or not, and whether you believe in like spirituality or energy and everything, you have got to at least believe that there is 50% of your life that is beyond your control, and you don't know that there is like this other thing and power that is obviously a lot more in charge than you are. If you're not, like, if you don't believe in that, then maybe you can ask yourself why there are certain things that you just can't explain that happens in life, like certain miracles, even scientific stuff. You're just like, why are certain things happening and I just don't understand? There's no answer to it. And so if you don't have an answer to it, then you should be able to at least believe that there is some unknown that you have no control over, right? So when you do this, when you believe in divine detour, that means you believe that there is at least something or something else that is like in control and trying to take care of you. So when you get into this little story where shit's happening, oh my God, what's going on? Why is nothing working out my way and all of that stuff? Rather than actually getting into that mode of like, something's wrong with me, something's wrong with my life, I'm doing something wrong, this is like fucked up. My husband and I always believe in, okay, it is meant to happen, and it will, and even though I don't understand the reason why, it will lead me to something better, even though if I don't believe it right now, even though if I don't see it right now, or even if I don't see it at all, I would rather believe that this is something that was meant to happen, because it could have been worse, or something else would have happened if not this, something worse. Like, I would rather believe that this is good for me than be in that stuck story, oh my God, this is shitty, something's going on, like what's happening, and like get in the mode that fear and scared and fear and scared is the same thing. Fear and like doubt and like just shitty and stay in that shitty mode. So I'll tell you how the story works. Like literally just whatever happened yesterday. Basically, my sweet, poor husband went through a very, very crappy day yesterday. He was supposed to fly out, and it turns out that his visa expired. And we did not know there was an expiry date, basically. And he realized it on that day, which is yesterday, in the morning, that there's no visa. So obviously what you're going to do at that point is try and change your tickets, try and like find a reschedule or whatever. It was not happening with Traveloka and all of that jazz. And it was like a long route, right? Pepe. So anyway, he decided to go to the airport to try and get this shit sorted. Reached the airport at like 5 p.m. So it's already a shitty morning, right? Obviously, duh. Like you may not have like you might not fly. And it's like a work trip. Like everything is loopy. So he reaches the airport at 5 p.m. and then goes to the counter, which is Cathay Pacific. Anyway, I just want to give you context of the story, basically. So he goes to this office in he goes to the airport to go to the Cathay Pacific's office, and it turns out, I don't know whether it makes sense or not, but most of the offices over there opens in the evening, like at 7 or 8 p.m. So he's stuck there, right? 5 to 7 p.m. Obviously. He's stuck there, and so he found out that he just has to like deal with another 2 hours of doing nothing while the flight is at midnight. No one's picking up the phone, nothing's happening, and so he also lost one of his earphones during that few hours. It was bad, right? He was not in a good mood. Then the store did not even open at 7 p.m. as they promised. They opened at 8:40 or 8:30 p.m. So it's like another 1.5 hours. He was just loitering around there, and it was another shitty day. Nobody's picking up the phone, and like very little gap left to changing the flight tickets. Like it's almost impossible to do it like 3-4 hours before. And so like we're just talking on the phone all of this like while, but there was this one whole hour that I didn't hear from him, and I was like getting a little bit freaked out. So we were just on the phone. I was just like, we're like, okay, like, push through, you're okay, we'll figure it out. Like everything's got a reason, everything's got a solution. So you just gotta like move and like go through it, right? And we're like I'm just trying to get his mood and his energy a little bit up because it has been a bit of a shitty day. And so suddenly I don't hear from him for a whole hour, and I know he's in the airport. What is he doing like for a whole hour and a half? Actually, it was quite a while, and I was like freaking out. I tried to call him, he didn't pick up the phone, and I was like, oh, I'm still a little bit one of those, went to Google Maps to make sure that he's still in the airport, like that location share. It's important a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I get it, right? So I'm like, okay, he's still at the airport, right? Nothing's wrong, but why is he not picking up the damn phone? And then after an hour and a half, I finally hear from him, and he picks up the phone, and he told me that he was helping someone who got stuck with the trolley on the way up the escalator, and her heel also got stuck. And it was almost like basically a hot mess, obviously, because she was not able to get out of her own stuckness, and even her thingy was stuck. And there were other people apparently so it was a havoc. And he went up there, he got someone to like kind of stop the escalator, help this lady out and everything for that 1.5 hours. And then he finally called me. And all I said was, maybe you were just literally meant to be there to save her. Like, no matter how messy this day is, and maybe, like, I'm a big believer of that, right? Like, I believe in divine reroute because there has to be a good reason. If he was not meant to fly yesterday, even though I don't know why, he was just not meant to fly yesterday. I know it feels like shit, but even if that happens to me, as much as I feel like crap about something not going my way, I let myself feel like crap, and then I tell myself that this was meant to happen because something else, I'm going to get something else out of this shitty situation. There has to be a gift. There has to be a good thing. I have to believe that I'm living in a world where good things can happen, and if shitty things happen, there has to be a fucking reason for it. Even though I don't need to know what the reason is, I need to trust that. Because I rather live in that type of belief and mindset that I know from my work, whatever you believe, you're going to find it in your reality. That is the absolute truth. And so if you believe life is shitty, if you believe that bad things always happen to me, then your brain is going to look for it. So I have trained and rewired and it's not easy. There are days when it feels like shit, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat it. There are days when it's absolutely difficult to actually apply this theory. But at least in the small little moments where you're stuck on traffic, or you get late for something, or someone doesn't call you, all that shitty little moments that actually stays and ruins your day, apply this theory and be like, I would rather the shit mean something better for me later on than me staying in a muck and believe that this is crap. Me and Mo would always say it in a very simple way and say buang sial. We'd rather buang sial in these small little bullshits than have anything bigger happen. So if you feel what has happened to you right now is already big enough, that's why you feel like crap, and it just impacts you so much and you get all emotional. But if you believe that something worse could have happened, then it's easier for you to kind of move on and let go from that shitty situation. So it's ya udah, buang sial. If you're not meant to go to wherever you had to go yesterday, then buang sial. If you had to go to the airport and unfortunately you were not able to be anywhere else and you had to just be stuck at the airport for 2-3 hours, and it's been a crappy situation, you've lost something, it's just been bad, I get it, and nobody's invalidating that. It's just been a very shitty day, right? But at least even through all of that shitty day, he was able to be somewhere that actually saved someone else from having an even worse day. That could have been an accident that was so fucked up for that lady, and even if he did not get what he wanted, even if everything else was crappy, at least he had a purpose to be where he was. There was at least something that was meant to be from his end, that he was able to at least go home and know that he didn't make someone else's day shittier. So that's divine reroute. When you believe that, divine detour, when you believe that when some things are not going your way, when things are just sometimes falling apart, or it's just not clicking the way you want it to click, then understand that there is something else that you cannot control or understand that is at play, and believe that that little power, or whatever you want to call it, is on your side and is protecting you from something bigger, or is basically just saving your ass. You'd rather believe that than rather believe that, oh my God, it's against me, it's killing me. It is not, sorry, I was getting a call, so I declined. And that it's not meant, I lost my train of thought because of that. So yeah, I would rather believe that I live in a world, or in a universe that governs, that energy that really governs and is looking out for me. And even if I don't understand, even if I don't like it, even if life feels shitty, I have got to believe and understand that there is a bigger and better purpose to it all. So like I said, Divine Detour Theory may not always be very easy to apply, but at least try your best to apply in the smallest little moments. Even, for example, you did not get the best food, even if suppose someone cut you in line, even if you got fired from your job, anything that feels like shit, process it. It's okay to feel like shit. Nobody wants to invalidate that. It's a very shitty feeling, but always leave and move on with a meaning that is empowering for you. And my meaning is always that there's something good out of this. Even if I don't see it, even if I don't believe it right now, there is something good out of this. And so that is my little Zen Musing story about my Divine Detour Theory. Let me know how you guys feel about this theory. If you have any questions, if you want to share your insights, I'd love to hear what you think and how this theory landed for you, if it's something that resonated with you. And to that, I'm actually so thankful for some of you who's joined me randomly on live, and some of you who stayed back for all of it. So thank you. And yeah, if you missed my live, this is also going to go on YouTube. And please comment on YouTube and let me know. Like, subscribe on my YouTube channel as well, because if you like this type of content, it shares to other people who also deserve to maybe hear this type of content, who may be having a shit day, being positive all the time, thank you, who may be having a shit day, but needed a reminder to surrender, let go to the Divine Detour Theory. What do you guys think? Thank you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful hump day.